Now moving ahead with some more author IDs. We discussed Scopus author ID in the last section. Now let's move to the ORC ID. What is the ORC ID? It is a non-proprietary alphanumeric code it is a unique code for each and every author. ORC ID identifies scientific and other academic authors and contributors. It is platform independent identifier. It creates and maintains a registry of unique researcher identifiers. It offers a transparent method of linking research activities and output to these identifiers. Avoid name change and name similarity problem in giving credits. And this is a unique advantage of ORC ID. Unique author and review credits are also possible with ORC ID. Recently, this has been the trend that being an author, obviously your potential, but being a reviewer, it's also a potential. When you go for publications, you have become an established author, you get the papers for review, peer reviews. So they ask for the ORC ID. Now it has been the trend sometimes to fake the reviewer IDs and all that. To avoid these things, the ORC IDs are being used to track down a genuine reviewer. And the ORC IDs are used for giving credits for the review work to the reviewers. So they are having the multi-dynamic, or you can say multi-dimension approach is associated with the ORC ID. So the next advantage, as we discussed, that fake authors and reviewers can be avoided by using the ORC ID. And now let us move to the getting ORC ID. So first step is go to the website, https, go to this URL of orcid.org, register to get your unique ORC ID identifier. Here you will have to register. Look the difference that in Scopus you need not to register. It is automatically your author profile is always there if you have published in any of the journal indexed by the Scopus. But the ORC ID, for the getting the ORC ID, you have to register. Add your information, enhance your ORC ID record with your professional information and link to your other identifiers such as Scopus or Researcher ID or LinkedIn. Use your ORC ID. Include your ORC ID identifier on your web page. When you submit publications, apply for grants, and in any research workflow to ensure your credits for your work. Now moving to the ResearchGate score, RG score. ResearchGate is a kind of scientific social media, you can say. ResearchGate has become very popular. What is a ResearchGate? If you are a researcher, you might be using this in good frequency. ResearchGate was founded in year 2008 by a group of scientists, and it acts as a social networking site for scientists and researchers to share the research articles and search collaborations and discuss the scientific aspects of research. It also acts as discussion forum on research issues. Each author has a unique profile there. RG score is a single number. This ResearchGate score, RG score, is a single number that is attached to a researcher's profile. The RG score measures scientific reputation based on how your work is received by your peers. RG score focuses on authors and their interaction with peers. It is calculated once a week. So it is giving the current picture almost. So RG score is almost giving the current picture. What is the current impact of the researcher in the weekly basis, because it is being updated weekly basis. Next is, many critics don't rely on the RG score on the basis of various factors. What are those factors? Because it contains the conference abstracts and unpublished data, paper. And these are loaded as data set. So, apart from these unpublished and data which are not actually the complete papers, apart from that, self-triggered discussion increases this score. So RG score, so you can say the RG score is not independent completely upon your peer reviewed articles or a particular author's peer reviewed articles. It is dependent on various factors which may not be scholarly completely. Okay, just by triggering some discussion, RG score is increased, and you have done a very little work and you have got the discussions in that platform. The RG score will be increasing. So this is you can say the limitation of the RG score. At the end, now I'm moving to the miscellaneous metrics. Some of the miscellaneous metrics like Plum Analytics. What is the Plum Analytics? This service aims to provide a more comprehensive measure of a researcher's scholarly impact by gathering data about uses of datasets, open access publications, presentations, blogs, and other types of scholarly communications. The next one is SciVal. What is the SciVal? Recently in 2014, Elsewhere introduced a new matrix, SciVal. It is an institute, country or researcher's performance indicator based on Scopus data. SciVal by Elsewhere Research Intelligence is designed to meet this need. It delivers research performance metrics based on the Scopus database for 4,600 research universities and other institutions in more than 200 countries. So SciVal looks like this, that scholarly output, if you point out here, scholarly output, citation count and collaborations can be seen in the same platform. SciVal enables you to benchmark yourself to demonstrate research excellence. So, SciVal is a very recent kind of author level metrics, and rather can it say author level metrics, it is a multi-dimensional metrics to assess the performance of reviewer, researcher, to assess the performance in respect to the collaborations, institute's performance. So more and more this kind of metrics are coming into the picture. So you just can choose any of the metrics for your own needs. Now summarizing this module for you, apart from H-index, I-10 index, G-index are the major author level metrics. I-10 index is basically the H-10 index. Number of articles cited at least 10 times are I-10 index given exclusively by the Google Scholar. G-index is a modification or advanced form of Hurst index, advancement of Hurst index, which give due credit to the highly cited papers. Author IDs like Scopus Author ID, ORC IDs, ResearchGate ID, RG score. You must use this kind of IDs in your CV, for grant application, for jobs, for promotion, for getting yourself assessed. And it helps employer to assess a researcher for his or her potential. Other matrices are coming to the picture like SciVal, Plum Analytics. So we can utilize these more advanced form of metrics for our versatile and pragmatic needs. Now we have covered almost all the author level metrics. Don't forget to attempt the weekly quiz, and if you have any doubt, please do come please do take part in the discussion forum and refer the further readings for enrichment of your knowledge.